Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'll be showing with you guys how I made this corset top using the corset pattern drafting that I shared in the last video. So if you haven't seen the video, I'll put the link in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. So guys, these are the pattern that we drafted in the previous video. So I already went ahead to cut out the pieces that I need off camera. So I cut the center front on fold. And I also went ahead to cut the stay because we'll be using the stay to make the corset as well. Well, the stay is also known as a material violin. Yeah, so I went ahead to cut the center front on fold, and then the side front I went ahead and cut it into two. So we need two pieces for the side front, and I also went ahead and cut the stay also. And then as you can see, our cups, I already went ahead and cut that one also in two pieces. I cut the cup one, cup two in two pieces, and then the back also I cut it into two. So it's only the center front that I've cut on fold. So now I also went ahead and cut the same thing on the lining. As you can see, the center front of the lining, plus I went ahead and cut paper violin, like paper stay. Yes, so I went ahead and cut the paper stay that will be attaching to the lining later. I will show you guys how I'll do it. So I went ahead to cut all the pieces that we need, and then I went ahead and cut this pad. So this pad has a gum side and the side that doesn't have gum, so it's the one that I'll be using to bring out the shape of the cup later. So guys, now I'm ironing the hairstay into the fabric, and when ironing hairstay into fabric, make sure the gum side of the hairstay is facing the fabric. So now I repeat same thing on the lining. I iron the paper stay into the lining also. So just like this. So it's paper stay, or you can also call it paper violin. Yes. So this is what I have after I was done ironing. Then I label it again to avoid unnecessary confusion when sewing them together later. So you see, I labeled the lining also to avoid any confusion later. So guys, after I was done ironing everything, we go back to the cup. And then I'll take one of the cup one and one of the cup two, and then with the right side facing each other, I'll pin them together like this. And then I will also repeat same thing on the other cup before taking it to the sewing machine to sew them together. So guys, this is what I have after sewing them together. Now I take my ironing board to open the seam of the cup. So that's what you see me doing now. I'm just opening the seam, and then I flip it to the right side again and iron it also. So this is what it looks like after I was done ironing. You can see the shape, it's already coming out. So now we work on the center front and the side front. So now I'm going to pin the side front and the center front together, just like this. Just watch what I'm doing. So I place the side front on the center front, like with the right side facing each other, and then I use my pin to hold them together. So I'll also repeat same thing to the other side like this. And then after pinning them together, I'll take it to the same machine to run a straight stitch on it. So this is what I have after running a straight stitch on it. So now I will quickly iron it to open the seam also. Then I open the other side also. So the next thing is to add these cotton bias to create the boning case. So I will add the cotton bias on the two sides that we join, and then the center, the middle of the center front. Yes. So what you see me doing now is pinning the cotton bias on the fabric before taking it to the same machine to run a straight stitch on it. So guys, this is what I have after I was done sewing the bias to the fabric. So now we go back to the cups. So the next thing for me is to add the pad to the cups. So what I'm going to do now is take one of cup 1 and one of cup 2 and pin them together before attaching it to the cups. So I'm going to pin them together like this. I'm just going to place the gum side right on top of each other like this, so that it can be flat. I don't want to like hold them side by side and join. I'm just going to place it right on top of each other like this and pin them together, just like what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to repeat same thing on the other pad also. Then after I was done pinning them together, I will take it to the same machine, and this is what I have after sewing them together. So now I'm going to gum this pad into the cup, into the fabric that we have here. So I'll take my ironing foam and place the gum side. I'll make sure the gum side is facing the actual fabric. The gum side of the pad is facing the actual fabric, just like this. Just like I'm showing you guys right now. And then I'll place it on my ironing foam and then iron them together. So guys, this is what I have after I was done ironing them together. Now I bring the front piece. I'm going to attach the cup to the front piece, just like this. So I'm going to pin the cup to the front piece before taking it to the sewing machine and join them together. So I'll use my pin first to attach the cup to the front piece. Then I'll repeat same thing to the other side also. I attach the second cup to the front piece, the other side of the front piece, just like what I'm doing right now. If you don't understand, just watch me closely. So guys, this is what I have after pinning, and then I'll take it to the sewing machine and run a straight stitch round it like this. So guys, this is what it looks like after running a straight stitch on. You see how straight the stitch is. So now I'll take the back piece and then I'll place each of the back piece here by the side of the front piece like this. When we made the corset pattern the last time, I added 2 inches allowance to the side of the pattern. So I'm just going to mark the 2 inches on the side like this and pin it together, and then I mark 2 inches on the other side also like this and then pin it together. And then after pinning them together, I'll take it to the sewing machine, and this is what I have after joining the two sides together. So what I'm doing now is just trimming out all the excess piece that we don't need from the corset. So I'm just making sure I trim out every unnecessary piece so the corset can be like straight and neat. So I trim out everything that I don't need on the corset piece, and then this is what I have after joining the sides together. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to mark 1/2 inch, and then where the 1/2 inch is, then I will place my cotton bias and create another boning case for the back piece. So now after that, I went ahead and joined the lining also like the way I joined the fabric, and then I went ahead and closed the boning case that we created. And then now after that, you see I'm just inserting the boning into the boning case. When putting the boning, please make sure you give a little bit of allowance, so that when you are joining the lining to the fabric, it won't give you too much stress. So make sure you put allowance to it. You see, just pushing the fabric and then you cut the boning so that it can give you enough space. You see, you give you enough space. Then after I was done inserting all the boning into the boning case, I'm going to now close the bottom part. You see, after closing it, then I will attach the lining into the fabric. So I'm going to attach the lining and firstly sew the upper part and then the bottom part. So the only part we won't be sewing is the sides, because that's where we're going to use it to turn it out, just like what I'm doing right now. So you see, this is what we have after turning everything to the right side. So now that I was done turning it to the right side, what you see me doing now is ironing everything. Corset is all about ironing. You just need to like iron every stitches, you iron it so it can be neat. So this is what I have after ironing. So guys, I have two long rope here, one for the loop case and the other one for the lacing of the loop case. So what you see me doing now is marking 2 inches and cutting out that 2 inches to create the loop case. So I'm just quickly cutting out the 2 inches from one of the 2 ropes that we had that I showed you earlier. So now these 2 inches, then I will use that 2 inches rope to create the loop case. So what you see me doing now is quickly folding in the open side that we had earlier on the corset, and then I'm just using my pin to like create the fold, and then I repeat same thing on the other side, and then use my pressing iron to iron them together to form the shape. So because we can't sew with the pin, so obviously I use the iron to form the shape before removing the pin, just like what I'm doing right now. So now that I was done ironing, I'm removing the pin from the fabric. So now it's time to insert the loop case. So I insert the loop case, then I measure half an inch from where this first loop case end. I measure half an inch and then I put in another loop case. So the distance between the loop case is half an inch. So I pin it down, then I repeat it like that till the end of the corset top. So guys, this is what I have after I was done inserting out the loop case to the corset top. So guys, the last thing is to start lacing the corset top. So what you see me doing now is I'm just taking my rope and then I'm putting it through all the holes, the holes that we created earlier. Then I repeat that till the end of the top. So that's that about the corset top. I hope you find this video very, very helpful. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notification bell so you get notified anytime I upload new videos. And for the corset pattern, I will put the link in the description box, so click on it and watch so you can understand everything about the corset, from the pattern to the sewing of it. Thank you so much guys for watching to the end. I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.